Okay, everybody, I am here. This is Mr. Miller. This is Wednesday night. This is Wednesday Night Live with Mr. Miller. Can everybody see me? I'm not sure yet. We'll see. See me? I'm not sure. Yes, you can. Okay, I'm on. Sweet. Okay, who's here? Anybody here? I can't see who's here. I see Jay Skit. Oh, Isaac. Hi, Isaac. You're here. Okay, hi. Nice to see you. Jared, Ed, Abby, nice. Got a nice crew. Is Jay Skit still here or no? Rachel, hi Rachel. How's everybody doing? Good? Oh, yeah, he is here. Okay. Whatever. Nick, you're here. Hey Maya. Donde está el guest? The guest is on their way, okay? The guest will be here eventually, soon. We cannot disclose the guest right away. Cannot disclose the guest right away. If we were to jump right into the guest, that would make whatever I have to say a lot less interesting. It's obviously Vossler. You do not know this. You do not know this, Nick. I have other friends. Okay, other friends. Also, a bunch of people have already ruled out that it's not him, so I don't know what you do with that based on some other things that I've said. So I don't know what to say. It's obviously him. Is it Hunzo then? Mr. Hunsinger? No, it is not Mr. Hunsinger. Why? I don't only have history teacher friends. I have other people who are my friends, and I have other people who I have come in contact with. Maybe this is like a famous person that is here. Hi Jenna. Maybe it's a famous person that you guys would not even expect that I've come in contact with and that I know enough to invite them to a YouTube live video. You never know that. I might know those people. You're just assuming that it's just all these, no offense, not so famous people. Bob Ross, it might be Bob Ross, except Bob Ross has passed away. Rest in peace. Who's Jeffree Star? I don't know who that is. Now the Miami Dolphins, they're not here. I can't. They're. It's too cold up here for the Dolphins. It might be Harry Styles. I hate to break it to everybody. It might be Harry Styles. Don't look him up. I won't. Thank you. Thank you for that warning. I appreciate that, Jared. That's very nice. So yeah, this is Wednesday Night Live here. I branded it Wednesday Night Live according to a recommendation from Gabby Kehoe last time. It was just called Mr. Miller Live on Wednesday nights, but now it's called Wednesday Night Live, like Saturday Night Live, although that may be trademarked. I think it probably is, but I don't know. I don't think Wednesday Night Live is trademarked yet. It might be soon. It might be soon. Yes, dolphins fare better in water anyways. I mean, I could get a very big fish tank. I could fill this freezer back here with water, and maybe a dolphin would fit up in there. I don't know if a dolphin would fit in there. It might, but you never know. You never know. Yeah. So yeah, who do we think is here? You think Harry Styles might be here? You think Bob Ross might be here? Rest in peace. You think that it also might be the Miami Dolphins here. Why am I not on Instagram Live? Because my guest or guests, I couldn't figure out how to get them on Instagram Live. So that's why I'm on Facebook. Or not Facebook. I'm on YouTube right now. That's why I'm on YouTube. because YouTube is easier for me. I found this thing called StreamYard, which is probably up in the top right-hand corner of your screen. I found this thing called StreamYard that is a way that I can add people into the video call very, very easily. So that is an easy way to do this. If the coronavirus happened when you were in college, what do you think would happen? In regards to what? Like in regards to like me getting the coronavirus, or in regards to me not enjoying online classes? Because I think that me not enjoying online classes would be very, very probable. I thought it was an animal, the snake man. Who's the snake man? I don't know who that is. Social and political climate. I don't know, Jared. That's an interesting. Are you writing a paper? Sounds like you're writing a paper and you need my input. If that is the case, I could offer that at a later point. Yeah, it sounds like you're writing a paper. Nah, just curious. LOL. Okay, yeah. I don't know. I mean, this whole coronavirus thing has thrown everything up for a loop. Wait, whoa. We just had a comment from none other than Christopher Chapman. Bring out you know who. Did he just out himself as the guest? He might have. Wow, I don't know. Whoa. I'm just gonna put that back down there. I need a channel logo. Should I bring out the guest? I need like comments saying guest, 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 like chanting. And then maybe a couple people who do drum roll, drum roll, drum roll. Okay, yeah, OMG, stop. No, I don't have the coronavirus. Christopher Chapman wrote that. Okay, I'm gonna bring out the guest. So this person is way more famous. Of course, it would be Chappie. Yeah, this person is a local legend. Okay, a local legend. Next time. Okay, he's a local legend. He is a local legend. Somebody who people have clamored to hear from in the midst of this time. There he is, my guest. So who got it right? A couple people got it right. Nick Marnell got it right. Charisma got it right. Yeah. Okay. So we got Mr. Vossler here. Okay, Mr. Vossler joining Wednesday Night Live. How are you doing, Mr. Vossler?
Blessings, children. Blessings.
I should say, Reverend Father.
Terrible.
Yeah. That's very nice. Do you have a story to tell? About that?
So, most of you aren't aware of this, but I have a sister, and she's getting married this summer, and she lives up by Rochester, so she didn't really know any of the local officiants, and her fiance is not super religious, so they didn't really have somebody, and so I volunteered to conduct their wedding ceremony. And in order to do that in the state of New York, I had to get ordained. And when I had that opportunity, I bought the necessary accoutrement to, fit in with my reverential brothers.
So
I am taking the stole off, though, because it's heavy.
Yeah, you're wearing the weight of the world on your shoulders there.
Indeed.
Yeah. Yes. So to answer the question, Jared Russell, yes, he did get ordained.
Yes, Jared,
he can officiate weddings. What church are you ordained?
I've also done a funeral, so I just need to get a baptism, and I've got the complete set.
Right.
I'm basically the Pope at that point.
Right. No, that is no, that's awesome. Yeah, everybody's freaking out here. Everybody's freaking out. Jared. Yeah, Abby. Yeah, this is good. And we've also got a nice comment there. Legend supporting. That's good. Thank you, Abby. Just shouting out these comments here. So.
I'm noticing Isaac. Made a disappointed face.
Yeah. What is that, Isaac DeHart? Yeah. What is that? I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Well, anyways, we're very happy for you to be gracing our presence here tonight. I feel like this is turning into much of a higher level of production than my previous live videos. So I feel like this is a step up. It says, oh, here we go. Christopher Chapman, can I hire you for my wedding or funeral? Question.
Yes, I have. Some documents. They sent me some documents.
Oh, wow.
So, oh yeah. So I have a little badge. It says clergy on it. I can use it to get out of parking tickets. And I have a business card that also says clergy. And I have a book that tells me how to marry people. And I have a shorter book that tells me how to marry people shorter. And I have an official certificate that says I am a minister.
Wow.
So yes, Chappie, I can perform your wedding and or funeral. Hopefully not at the same time, but I can do that for you.
That would you like bundle that way or no?
Oh, definitely.
Save on the bundling.
There's some deep discounts there.
Yeah. Question: do you have to pay in advance for funerals? Like if he's scheduling a funeral, can he settle up with you afterwards?
Yeah, that's going to be a bit of a problem. I'm going to need that up front.
Right, gonna need that one up front. Right. Okay, well that's very nice. Ed Sisson says, for my 50th subscriber video, I just hit 50 YouTube subscribers. Unfortunately, I am not in a position to have Mr. Vossler marry me to anyone at this point. So I'm going to have to say no to that idea, though. Thank you, Ed.
So keep pushing for 100, though.
Yeah, maybe at 100, maybe.
I have the certificate. I just have to fill it out. And
wow,
he'll need a marriage license, but like I can do that.
Wow. Do they send you with like more than one certificate?
No, just the one.
Okay.
Just the one.
But you could probably order more.
Here's my letter saying that I am legitimately a minister.
Wow.
So this is all pretty legit. I'm just gonna wear this around now because I can.
So we've got some dates here for you so you can pencil them in. Christopher Chapman says, my wedding is 6/29/2029. Funeral is going to be in 2056. So
all right, spooky that you got that planned out, but I like a man that thinks ahead. I'm writing it down right now.
Okay, that's good. We just need to figure. I'm sure you probably haven't thought ahead enough, Christopher, for locations. But once you get the venue down, I think you're probably going to have to let him know that too. But I don't think many venues are booking that far ahead. So when you get the information, just let him know. But he'll have you penciled in on his work calendar there.
There it is. That's official.
There you go. We've got a question here from Jenna. I think this is Jenna Dean. Correct me if I'm wrong there in the chat. But do you miss Moravia?
I do miss Moravia a little bit. Yeah, I miss you guys. I miss Mr. Miller, believe it or not.
Wow, that's very nice.
Mr. Miller says he has friends other than the history department. I've not seen them. I've heard of them, but I've not seen them. So I don't doubt they exist. But yeah, no, I do miss Moravia a little bit. I was wearing some Moravia apparel the other day. So yeah, I'm on it. I miss you guys a little bit.
Nice. We got a shout out from one of your former students.
Hey, Paige Dillon. Congratulations on everything. I know you're in college now. Congrats.
Congratulations on doing things with your life. Nate Eberhardt asking the hard-hitting questions out here. So online school is optional, right? Nate, no.
Yeah, not really.
So the school here is the school here is required to continue the education for you guys and continue educating you. So you kind of need to keep up with that, I guess, in order for us to kind of keep maintaining doing our job. So yes, not optional, unfortunately, although that would be nice for somebody. Most people that I've talked to like can't wait to get back to school. They're like, I just want to go back to school. I hate being out. I just want to go back. Yeah. So we got a couple more here.
A lot of people miss the routine.
Right. Yeah. Definitely. So.
Oh yeah, Arcturianism is for real. 8 tentacles of truth. Yeah.
It's a made-up religion that you made.
I am touched that you remember that, Paige. Like genuinely.
That's good.
I'm thrilled to death.
Octor. Maddie Kelly, hello.
Hello, Maddie Kelly.
Are you considered an essential, necessary service? Who? Me or Mr. Vossler? Because that's, I mean, I think it's probably the same answer, and I think the answer is yes.
Yeah, one would think, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's good. No questions asked. I'm bored.
That's how cults get started, Jared. You want to watch out for that.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So this is a good time to transition here. So I have a little game set up here for Mr. Vossler. This is kind of like I take advantage of like sales and whatnot. Even during the midst of this coronavirus outbreak, I still take advantage of some sales. So like I go into Walmart the other day because I had to go out to get the necessary items, right? What I bought was not necessary, although I think it probably is necessary for me. But I went in to get some necessary items, and I walk right in the door, and boom, right over to my left, there is the Easter candy aisle. The Easter candy aisle. It is glorious in its existence. It was really like 5 aisles that were all put together. And so I was like, oh, stop. I got to go down this Easter candy aisle. And I'm like, just loving all this stuff because everything was at least 50% off. Some of it was more. And I was like, oh, I could get so many good Easter candies here. So what I do is I have a box filled with Easter candy that I've purchased over the last 2 weeks. And I have some options here, and I want you to rate 1 to 10 what your thoughts are on these items. Okay, 1 to 10 on these items, and then I'll tell you if you are correct with your rating. Okay.
So we're gonna if your rating is correct.
No, so I would start with a disclaimer. I'm not gonna. So yeah, I won't tell you what's right or wrong. I mean, you're obviously able to make up your own mind, I guess. But I will tell you that I would not have purchased any of these items if I thought that they were less than a 7 out of 10. So that's where I'm coming from to begin with here. So we'll start it off real easy with a nice bunny, a cookies and cream, solid, not hollow, solid bunny. Cookies and cream, 2.5 ounces. What is your thoughts on this?
That is a lot. Like a solid block.
It's solid.
You're gonna have to be banging that on stuff.
It is cookies and cream. It is not it's not a standard chocolate. It's cookies and cream. It's like
I think chocolate. that artificial cookies and cream, like it works in ice cream, but I don't know. I'm seeing some negative numbers and some very low numbers, and I agree with them.
So,
like that's like a solid 4 for me.
Okay, a 4. I'm gonna mark that down. Cookies and cream. I'm keeping track of your grades here. Cookies. It's a 4. See, this one for me, if I was to go with channel giveaways, no, I am not. If I was going to go with like a favorite type of ice cream, I would pick a cookies and cream ice cream, like a standard ice cream, like a generic ice cream. Cookies and cream ice cream is good. But I also like white chocolate more than milk chocolate or dark chocolate. White chocolate all the way. I would go white chocolate any day over any of this. So this is like really good for me. So, well, not good for me, but I would say it's good for me. So I would say this is probably a 7.3 right here. So 7.3 is the rating there.
So I don't eat a lot of ice cream, but during the quarantine, there's nothing else to do, so I have. And there is a flavor. It's called Let's Dough Buffalo.
Oh yes, I've heard about
Dough Buffalo.
It's a Buffalo Bills flavor.
It's the Buffalo Sabres flavor. There's another flavor that's Buffalo Bills.
Okay.
Buffalo Sabres flavor, and I actually have it.
Oh, this is a Perry's original. Perry's for us out here in Central New York. We're more of like a Burn Dairy sort of area, but Perry's is Buffalo. Buffalo loves Perry's. Perry's loves Buffalo. Perry's is made in Buffalo. So this is Perry's, not anything that they sell it out here, but
it's cookie dough ice cream with crushed cookie swirls and cookie dough pieces. And the swirls, if you know what to do, right? If you're careful, strategic, almost like a surgeon, you can eat the ice cream around it, and in the center there'll be like a clump, this concretion of cookie.
Oh.
And it's usually about the size of like a fig pit, and it is great. It's my favorite part.
So you eat around that on purpose to get there?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
So and that's the best part, is because I am an adult and I live alone, so I don't have to share it with anybody.
Right.
So I just eat it out of the tub around the cookie swirl, and then I hit it up.
Okay. Nice. That's good. The vocab is hitting me hard. Yes, the rest of the world does not have Perry's. It's basically like, it's Western New York, and we have some in like, if you were to go to the major supermarkets, they'll carry it. But Modern Market, I think, has it. But the variety is not anywhere near what the variety they have out in Western New York.
Yeah, out here it's just cases upon cases.
Nice. Okay, next up here. This is, if Maddie Kelly's still around, this is her favorite. Okay, so she'll already know what I'm talking about. It is the Cadbury mini eggs. And I'm sorry that this is like half open, but I broke into this bag already and it's half eaten. Milk chocolate mini eggs. These are not the Cadbury eggs. Here's a picture of the Cadbury eggs with my face. I feel like a review bro. I feel like this does not make any sense to anybody, but I feel like Wilson from Home Improvement. So the Cadbury mini eggs are milk chocolate. They're not the caramel filled ones. Okay, milk chocolate, no caramel filled. So what are your thoughts on this one? They got a nice solid shell on them. Have you ever had these or no?
Yeah, I've had those. I've had those.
Shell on them, crunchy.
So, like my friend thinks those are the best candy in the world. So he totally agrees with you, Maddie Kelly. Also, by the way, Mr. Chapman, Methuselah, to answer your question. Anyway. He loves them. I like them. I have found that the only flaw in the Cadbury's mini egg is they look very similar to Robin's eggs candies. Oh. And I like these more. So like these are a solid 9 for me.
Oh.
Whereas those Robin's eggs are like a 5.
Okay.
It's chocolate, so I'll eat it.
Right. Well, so these Cadbury mini eggs, like I'm growing on them, or they're growing on me. I'm not growing on them. I would say these are probably like I'd rate them just a little bit below the Cookies and Cream Bunny. I would say that this is a 7.1 because it's still over a 7, but it's a 7.1. So it's very, very ironic that you should have mentioned Robin's eggs, because I happen to have a bag here of.
Yep, that's a hard 5 for me. That's a hard 5.
These are phenomenal Easter candies because I like them because the shell, Like you start them going, and then the shell is like just a little crunch with this, not a big crunch, just a little crunch, and then you got the Whopper on the inside. It is a ladybug just landed on me just out of nowhere.
Very dignified response to that.
I've decided ladybugs are spies for the government, and they are bugging my house just totally. Yes. Lindsay Smith. No, I did not actually. I actually just came up with this idea after eating dinner tonight, and before going over our pre-show meeting with myself and Mr. Vossler. I told him we'd be doing this, but I didn't have the idea more than 3 hours ago. So that's all I got. So I would give these. I mean, these are so good. I'm a big Whopper fan in general, so this hard shell over the Whopper, good. I would give this, probably an 8.6. It's a good candy, in my opinion. So you're at a 5 on the Robin's eggs?
I'm a 5. As a kid, I would try to bite on them and break them into 2 halves.
You could do that.
And then like the, you let the Whopper kind of dissolve, and then you're left with like chocolate and shell. But the only problem with that is that dye on the shell will get all over your mouth.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So next up is a show favorite on Wednesday Night Live with Mr. Miller. It is Fun Dip. Okay, I found 24 Fun Dip packs, and these were $1.50 for 24 of them. Can you believe it? There are Wonderlicious Watermelon Dip and Strawberrylicious Dip. Yeah, Wondrous Watermelon Dip and Strawberrylicious. Thoughts on Fun Dip in general, not necessarily Easter flavored?
Not a Fun Dip fan. I don't like snacks that I have to assemble.
Okay, so you're not a big like ants on a log fan?
Oh, I love an ants on a log that I don't have to make.
Okay.
I don't foresee a world in which Fun Dip will ever be just prepared for me. Like I have to assemble that.
Well, I mean,
so I'm not gonna give it a 0 like Maddie Kelly, but like that's a 4. Because I think I would just want to I would just like dump the dip and then like eat the candy like dipping utensil. Not a fan.
You should say that. I happen to think, and this was last week. We discussed this on Wednesday Night Live with Mr. Miller. I happen to think that Fun Dip should brand sticks only, because I would buy sticks only.
Just the sticks.
So I have purchased a large number of Fun Dip packs by the 48 number. Okay, 48 packs at a time. And what I do is I cut the sticks off. So I've got sticks. Okay, sticks. But that's one of the main reasons why I bought this. I cut the sticks off, and what I do is the powder does not go to waste. I use 4 packs of powder for 1 stick, and then I save the other 3. 4 packs of powder for 1 stick. It's a decent ratio. You still end up with you still end up with the stick at the end. But 4 packs of powder, 1 stick, and then 3 sticks into the pot for later. And these are lock safe. Great brand of locking foodware. It's called Lock and Lock. They do not sponsor me at all, but they are airtight. So I've got them locked up in there. So they are safe and going to stay fresh. So a Fun Dip, you would rate it as what?
That's a 4 for me. That's a 4.
4? Okay, you might have given me a rating. I might have just not listened.
I would also say that I was expecting you to say that you use the powder to make some sort of Kool-Aid like drink.
Oh, I have thought about this. I really have thought about this because I'm like, okay, well, let me like just get a bottle of water. Like, you know how they have those little Kool-Aid pouches or orange drink or whatever.
Yep.
You pour it in there and then shake it up and then you got orange flavored. I think it could work. It would have to be played with the ratios a little bit, but I really think that could be a possible solution. Problem is though, it's like sour, so it'd be like a sour drink, which could work. Could work.
Do you remember Mio? Those little like things.
Oh,
and
yes,
you're supposed to like. Yeah. It was always supposed to be in a couple drops.
Yeah.
Like I always wondered what it would be fully concentrated.
No, at I had a meal. I realized I was overusing it when it said the serving size was supposed to last like 25 bottles, and I was empty at like the third bottle. I just wanted more flavor, you know. That's what you need, just more flavor. So fun dip. If this was sticks only, I'd give it a 9.5. But since it's got the powder attached, I'm gonna give it, you know, it's probably like an 8.4 for me, 8.4. So that can go down in the books. Okay, this is good. Fun dip powder Fun dip powder batter fried Oreos. Whee. That sounds interesting. On to just full disclosure, all of these are some of my favorite snacks, but on to one of my favorite snacks that I found in an Easter variety. Sweet Tarts Mini Chewies. Okay, Sweet Tarts Mini Chewies. I can't get in the frame at the same time. There we go. So these are those little chewy balls. They're good. I'm assuming you've had these, maybe not the Easter variety.
I think we all kind of know that I tend to gravitate towards the chocolatey snacks. But Sweet Tarts Chewies, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10? Wow.
10 out of 10.
We got our first 10, ladies and gentlemen. First 10.
I don't give 10s to non-chocolate candies, but that is like my one.
This is noteworthy. These, this packet, like great on an airplane. Like you just take this packet, sealable, just take it, you know? This is what you're eating. You're not eating those pretzels, because the pretzels, you're only going to get like 3 of them in a pack. You're eating these, okay? These Sweet Tart Mini Chewies. I love these Sweet Tarts Mini Chewies. These are phenomenal candies. It is. I don't know if I can go a 10 because on principle, if I give out a 10, then nothing better is going to come along. It's definitely in the 9s for me though. I think I tend to gravitate more towards like a sour, sort of candy in a lot of cases. So that I don't mind the Fun Dip stick, or I don't mind the Fun Dip powder too much. But I think that I think that these are really good. So I'm gonna say, you know, I'm not gonna say a 10 because that's a little crazy, but I'm gonna go maybe I mean, this is a nice bag. I'm gonna go a 9.7 on these. These are really close to a perfect thing. I'm glad that we agree on these.
Charisma mentioned my love for Jolly Ranchers. I will tell you, Charisma, that I do the same thing with 7th graders that I did with you guys, where I will pick them out and I will do it in front of them. And I haven't had a riot yet, but they've been close. They've been close.
Nice. That's good. Let me see. I don't even know who this is, but Japanese Kit Kats. My favorite way to eat a Kit Kat is just biting into it, not breaking it off, just bite into it. That's the best way to do it. You keep taking mine in your class all the time. I keep taking what? All your food? Candy?
All your candy?
Your candy? Here we go. This is not on the list. This is an
negative infinity, Kirsten.
Negative
infinity.
Okay. Negative infinity. Well, that's solid. That's a solid rating. I dislike bananas as well. I don't like the texture.
Yeah, the texture is bad. Bad. And everybody always gives me nonsense when I say artificial banana flavoring is better than real bananas.
Yes, definitely.
But artificial banana flavoring is from a type of banana called the Gros Michel, and they are extinct. Real bananas are something called Cavendish bananas, and they are also going extinct.
Yes, and so
plan is working,
and they reproduce it.
Plan is working.
No, that's good. I dislike the texture of the bananas. I like banana Laffy Taffy, banana runts. Great.
Yeah, banana runts.
I just got a pack of runts sitting around because, you know, what else? I like sour candies, sour and sweet candies. But banana's a good flavor. I just dislike the mushiness. Yeah. Okay.
Not a fan.
Next up here, This is a little non-traditional, so this one might be a different score than you would give a normal bag of these. It is Starburst Jelly Bean.
Oh, big fan,
Big fan.
big fan. That's a 9 candy right there.
Okay.
That's a hard 9.
These are like if you have these, you can't go back to normal jelly beans. They're just not the same.
No, you can't. I remember as a kid, like we would get them in our Easter baskets, and I had to be super detailed and make sure that I was pulling out the Starburst candies and not the spicy jelly beans.
Yeah, the spiced jelly beans. I don't like those. Yeah.
And so I usually just stole my sister's Starburst and gave her all the spiced jelly beans, and I don't think anybody ever noticed.
Yes. No, I love these ones. And fun fact, if you have a hard time finding out, they do say Starburst on them, but it's hard to tell sometimes. Sometimes they do get smudged off, but I like these. See, I do like with these candies, same thing that I do with like Skittles. If I'm sitting out and eating Skittles, like I mean, if I'm getting a pack of Skittles and walking around wherever, I'm just, just but if I'm sitting at a table, I'm organizing those Skittles. And
Oh,
I'm
definitely.
by color. I'm eating the green ones first. I'm eating the orange ones next. I go in order of least to greatest. So I save the red ones for last, really, the red ones. But I should say Starburst. If I'm eating these at a table, I'm picking them out and I'm eating certain colors at a time. But these are great jelly beans, and these are underrated jelly beans. Oh, we've got
Deeply.
We've got Gabe Short in here. Nice, Gabe. My reach is
Gabe Short. You know better than that.
My reach is expanding.
You know better than that.
Yeah, no, this is good. Oh, my cousins are in here. Hey, Aaron and Lizzie, nice to see you. 1,000 out of 10 jelly bean, even better though. This is good. I mean, I'm probably maybe. I mean, this wouldn't be my first choice out of some of these candies. I'm gonna go probably low 8s, just because I would probably pick some of these before these. But as far as jelly beans go, these are great. So I'm gonna go like an 8.1 on these. And that's the rating there. So 8.1. Next up here. Okay, we're getting down to the bottom here. Next up, I was interestingly enough, and there's a story behind this that I will tell, and I have a picture to show it.
Before you do this one,
a round of Hubba Bubba Bubble Tape Easter egg variety. Here's Hubba Bubba Bubble Tape up next to my face for size comparison. Hubba Bubba Bubble Tape is very fun to say. Not gonna lie, Hubba Bubba Bubble Tape. There's like so many bubba, but Hubba Bubba Bubble Tape is a great item. Thoughts on Hubba Bubba Bubble Tape, Mr. Bossler?
I remember as a kid begging my dad to buy that for me, and then I would never eat it like they intended. I ate it like every child in America, where you open it out and just took a bite out of
it. See, I don't think every kid in America does that.
Oh, I definitely did. And then I could never figure out why they were like, it's 6 feet of gum, but it only seemed to last like 4 times. We got 4 gum out of
it. I only got 4 bites out of it. I was so I mean, this probably doesn't surprise many people on here if you know me, but I happen to be a very meticulous individual, and I was 27 the first time that I ever misused the Hubba Bubba Bubble Tape. Okay, 27.
Misused.
And when I was 27, I was sitting next to Mr. Vossler in I think it was the U.S. History Regents exam last year. So any seniors out there, we were in the front of the gym, okay, and I pull out of my bag an unopened roll of Hubba Bubba Bubble Tape. Okay, it was a roll. You ask, why am I carrying around a roll of Hubba Bubba Bubble Tape? Well, I am carrying around a roll of Hubba Bubba Bubble Tape because Mrs. Lane had given me some. So that's why I had Hubba Bubba bubble tape. But I have this roll of Hubba Bubba bubble tape, and Mr. Vossler looks over to me and he says, "Hey, I dare you. You won't bite into that." And I'm like, "That's wrong, but I think I will." So what I do, open it right up, open the pack up, chomp right into it. Big wafer bite out of it. So here I am. This is the second bite that I had, and this was afterwards when we were grading. But here I am holding bubble tape, and that's the second bite that I've taken out of it. But I've got the roll in my hand there, and I'm biting it off. And so I'm sitting there in the Regents exam, and we're up in the front of the room, and I am just like gnawing on this massive wad of bubble gum. Cannot my mouth is just so sore, and I just cannot do it. So I mean I think I did it for the rest of that test, because we were like halfway through, or I might have gotten rid of it like just a few. Okay, thanks, Nate. I feel like I might have gotten rid of it. I just put him in timeout. This is great. So yeah, you can't make those jokes here, Nate. Can't make those jokes. So it it was just crazy, but I'm kind of happy that I did it, because I felt like a rebel, and I didn't eat the tape the way that I was supposed to, but I showed that Hubba Bubba bubble tape that I found a new way to do it, and I wouldn't have ever done that without you, Mr. Vossler. So I appreciate your contribution to.
I'm glad I could help open you up to that new experience.
Yeah. See, I didn't even think of that as a child. I would have never been able to do that. I would have just been like, oh, I'm supposed to pull it out, and then oh, I've got this little strip.
And I think that originates from Fruit by the Foot.
Oh, where you just like,
right? Because you pull that out, yeah. And so like I would always take it and then wrap it up.
Oh.
After you take the wrapper out, wrap it up again so it's a solid like fruit snack, and I just bite into that stuff. Okay. So I assume that's where my biting of spiral sugary treats comes from.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's good. So before we get a rating, this is an interesting topic here.
Yes.
Chaos in a dish. This sounds absolutely dreadful.
I will tell you, Paige, I have not cried since I was probably like 11. Right? My grandfather died, and I'm pretty sure I cried. That would make me cry. I would just bawl. Yeah. Because individually, all of those are great. Together,
it's like
that is not better together.
It's like that moment when you think about this. Okay, what if we called this like chaos in a cookie jar? You have cookie batter that you mix up. In half of the cookies you put chocolate chips, half of the cookies you put raisins. That's frustrating when you bite into a chocolate chip cookie and you find raisins. I mean, I'm okay with a raisin cookie, but not when I think it's a chocolate chip cookie. Like that's questionable. I'm not a fan of that.
I think raisins and chocolate chips are visually different enough.
You might be able to tell, yeah.
You'd be able to tell, yeah. You kind of know what's going in.
Here's the idea, okay? I've never done this, but I've heard that it could happen. So like, get up 2 a.m., go to the fridge, crack it open, nice tall glass of milk that you pour, then you go to the cookie jar and you're like stumbling around, and you're like trying to find the cookie jar, blinded by the light from the refrigerator, and you unscrew the cookie jar top and you pull out a cookie and you think it's chocolate chip. Like, then you'd be shocked. But yeah, I think
that's a fair point. That's a fair point.
But I mean, that situation, how often does that happen? I've never done that. So
when I was a kid, right? Like, I love chocolate chip pancakes.
Okay.
Chocolate chips. What's not to love? Chocolate chip pancakes. So one time when I was a kid, I got it in my head that I wanted to make chocolate chip pancakes. So I got everything I needed, and I went to the cabinet and I got a bag of chips. It was not a yellow bag. It was sort of like a reddish brown. And I was like, well, there are thousands of types of chocolate chips.
Oh, butterscotch.
So So I put it in, and I made these pancakes. And they came out, whatever, and I'm sitting down to this plate of pancakes. And I am so excited. I bit into it, and they were cinnamon chips.
Oh no! Oh
I
no!
thought I was gonna die.
That's so bad.
So, like, I'm sorry, Abby, but I was just like pouring milk into my mouth. The taste. It was so brutal.
Right. That's it. Yeah, yeah. That's like the cinnamon challenge inadvertently. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good there.
Yeah, that was not a good time.
Yeah. Well, that's yeah. That's yeah. I don't know what to say about that, but
I had a number of cooking missteps in my early teenage years, and that pretty much convinced everybody that I should not be trusted. I tried to make 2 different types of macaroni and cheese one time. That didn't work out. I had something else I had made, and I had not mixed it thoroughly.
Okay.
So that came out quite poorly.
Okay.
My sister invented the phrase mixlexia, because whenever it said mix, I must have just missed it. My sister, though, one time, my sister made a cake, this chocolate cake, and it looked delicious. And then thick chocolate frosting on top. And you served it out, and everybody's like, "This doesn't quite taste right."
Right.
And it was in a glass baking dish. And so for some reason, someone like picked it up, and at the bottom you could see that the egg had not mixed in with everything. And it just fried. It was awful.
That's so.
She also made a rhubarb pie one time. She didn't put any sugar in it, and it was so bad.
That's so bad. Just a couple months ago, so like my cooking specialty, macaroni and cheese, right? Make a phenomenal macaroni and cheese, and it's not just me saying that. Other people have said that. So it's not me tooting my own horn, although I do think it's very good. So macaroni and cheese, I go and I'm cooking it, and I reach for the flour, right, to thicken up the roux, to make the roux. And then you enrich the bechamel. So, you got all these sauces. Bechamel is one of the 5 key sauces in French cooking, just so you know. So macaroni and cheese, mixing it all up, mixing the butter with the flour. I'm like, man, this is not thickening up, which the flour is supposed to do. Add more flour, which you do when it's not working. Man, this is not thickening up. I add so much in. Eventually it gets thick. Okay, great. Then I get to the very end. I've added in the cheese, added in the milk, all that stuff. Added in the milk, then the cheese. Got to get the order right, because otherwise it doesn't work. I taste it. I'm like, this does not taste right. Something is going wrong here. So I taste the flour. It was confectioner's sugar. Confectioner's sugar. So I got the wrong bin. I got the wrong tub. So I'm like, okay, I already used my block of cheese. Already cooked my macaroni. We're going for it. Mix it all together. Bake it. See what happens. Okay, get that stuff out. Interestingly enough, I had never had such a caramelized crust on the top. but it was also interesting. It was weird. It wasn't bad. Like, it was tolerable, but it was sweet. You could tell there was sugar in it, and it shouldn't have been. It was just weird. Do I not label my containers? No, I just grab the one that looks like it's flour and I start dumping. I should have tasted it beforehand. I should have done it beforehand. Yes, thank you, Jared Russell. Thank you, Aaron and Lizzie, my cousins, who actually would know. So yes, that is what we've got. So we never got a grade on this. Hubba Bubba Bubble Tape, Easter variety.
What makes it different? Is it just the packaging, or is it like a
Easter
unique
egg.
flavor?
Yeah, the Easter egg. It's the same. It's the exact same.
I don't know. It's kind of like a 5, I guess.
Okay. How many feet do you think is in this roll? It says on the cover here. I just read
Isn't it 3?
it's 6.
Really?
6. I think a fruit by
Oh,
the
you're
foot.
right. You're right.
Fruit by the foot
That's
is 3.
6. Yep,
Yeah.
that's 6. Fruit by the foot is 3.
Right. If we are talking chewing gums, this is number 2 in terms, well, bubble gums. This is number 2 in terms of bubble gum. Number 1 in chewing gums is Winter Fresh. I have a big bag. Got it at BJ's. It was cheap. I was like, okay, I'll eat this. I
That
would
is
also
hoarding.
eat sticks of gum, but I can't virtually. I have 3 ready to go. 3 sticks of gum. I'd be like, hey, want a stick of gum? But I can't because it's virtual. Hubba Bubba Bubble Tape, close second in terms of a bubble gum. Number 1 bubble gum, what's it called? Big League Chew. Big League Chew. Great bubble gum. Great bubble gum. That is a bubble gum that is like the champion of bubble gums. And you can choose. The thing I like about these bubble gums, this one and Big League Chew, you can choose how much you get. Like you can choose. True. You can take as big of a bite out of this as you want to. You know, you can take as many of those little shreds of Big League Chew as you want. So Big League Chew is a great bubble gum. But this Hubba Bubba Bubble Tape I think is a very close second. It's just got a nice chew, good flavor. That's a good gum. I'm gonna say Juicy Fruit's a chewing gum. Juicy Fruit's a chewing gum. It's not a bubble gum. Good luck blowing big bubbles with a chewing gum. That is different tier. You're right, Jared. Yes, it is a chewing gum, not a bubble gum. Same as Winter Fresh. And I'm not a big Juicy Fruit fan, frankly. I'm gonna rate this Hubba Bubba Bubble Tape at I don't know. I mean, if this is Big League Chew, it'd be in the 9s. This is gonna be probably an 8.9.
Wow.
8.9. It's a strong grade. I'll give you that, but it's a strong product. That's for sure. So Copenhagen, that's not a chewing gum, Nate. And if you're using it such as, then you got problems. Okay, great. So I've got one last thing here. Okay, one last thing, and it's I got a few different varieties of this. Okay, we're talking, of course, the Easter classic marshmallow peeps. Okay, marshmallow peeps. So let me just show you the types that I picked up over the past couple times. I've had to go into Kinney Drugs to get some prescriptions. So I have picked up packs of peeps because they've had them by the door and they've been pretty cheap. Yeah, so I've got yellow peeps, I've got blue peeps, I've got pink peeps, I've got blue Easter Bunny peeps, and I've got pink Easter Bunny peeps. And I've got more varieties of each of those in there because every time I see them, I'm like, I have to get these peeps and I'll eat them. So they won't go bad. And frankly, if they do go bad a little bit, that's a good peep because if, you know, like I'm a fan of the peeps fresh out of the can, you know, you just peel off the thing, peel it off and you get the nice chew on the peep. I mean, it's not really a chew. It's very soft and fluffy. I have, though, on occasion, opened up the pack of peeps, let it sit for a couple days. Okay, open it up, let it
age,
let it sit. Okay, yeah, I'm not a wine drinker. It's like a fine wine, so I've heard. You peel it open, it just gets a little bit more chewy, you know, and then it's like, oh, that's good. So I'm good any way you want to go with peeps, really. Old, new, fresh, stale, whatever.
I've seen some comments that lead me to believe that I have told some of the children my Battle Peeps stories.
Make a s'more with peeps. There we go. Peeps War. Okay, so
Battle Peeps.
Share.
Battle Peeps. I do not care for peeps. Like they are a solid 0. But ooh, I will give them a 1. I give them a 1 because of Battle Peeps.
Because of the
Battle Peeps
aspect of them.
You take you need a competitor for this, so it's a 2-person activity. You need 2 peeps, and you put toothpicks. You stick toothpicks in each peep, 1 in each, and then you put them in the microwave.
Those, right? In the
And as they heat up, they expand. There's some science for you. Expansion. They expand. And then the first one to pop the other one wins. And then if your peep got popped, you've got to clean the microwave.
Nice.
Battle Peeps was great.
Battle Peeps. So this is like you and your sister used a Battle Peep every Easter, right?
Yep. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So did this question for you, because I've thought about doing this, but I don't want to ruin the microwave. So like, did you have to do this without your parents knowing, or did they know what you were doing?
Yeah, I mean, you definitely have to do it surreptitiously. Like, but it depends. You know, it really depends on the person, because I think my mother would have been upset over the mess, but my dad would have been upset that we were wasting good candy.
Yes.
That's where it was. I would always, if my Battle Peep won, I ate it because it deserved to die a warrior's death. but
Death of a champion is being eaten.
Yeah, you kind of like a Viking sort of funeral for this.
Right. I'm feeling it.
And if it lost, you know, you ended up just kind of wiping it up with a sponge or something. Probably didn't really want to eat it then. So yeah, that was definitely something we did when the parents were not around.
Yeah. No, that sounds, I mean, that's definitely a use for
a use.
I guess I'll just, yeah. That's a use for peeps, I would say. I would say that I would not waste a peep that way. I might do that with you know what are worthless? Those giant campfire marshmallows. I think those are absolutely worthless. Those big ones, okay? The massive those marshmallows. You can't cook them all the way, okay? I can cook a marshmallow to the point where it has really no visible signs of being cooked on the outside, but it is liquid on the inside, molten on the inside. It is glorious. And then all you need to do, just a quick golden brown on the outside, on each side. Whew, that's a s'more. But, you know, you can do that. But those big, massive marshmallows, you can't cook them that way. You can't cook them that way. And I am very much opposed to anyone who, I mean, different strokes for different folks. But if you are someone who is standing out there cooking your s'more for 30 seconds and getting it burned on the outside and then eating it, okay, I got questions about you. That's what I'm going to say. So you have never had a good marshmallow because you've never had it the other way, because you never wait long enough to get it there. You just torch the outside and no, that's good enough. And there's still solid marshmallow on the inside. So
it's almost like a marshmallow tartare.
Yeah. It's like uncooked. It's like, who wants to eat ground beef? If I wanted that, I'd just go to the store and just peel open the plastic and eat it that way, which would be gross. Don't ever do that.
It would be super gross.
Marshmallow tartare. Yeah, no, that's for sure. Marshmallow tartare.
Yeah, but if you call it marshmallow, if you call it marshmallow tartare, you can definitely sell that at a jacked up price.
Oh, easy. Yeah. I mean, just to the point where like you convince people that it's worth more because you've done less to it. Like, you know, it's like
exactly.
Sushi, you know?
Exactly.
Oh, look, we haven't cooked this fish. Let's eat this fish. Great. Yeah. So I have major issues with people who do that, but it's like, you know, I don't even know where I got talking about that giant marshmallow. Like, I don't even know where I was going with that. I totally forgot what I was talking about. But I was saying that those giant marshmallows are horrible, and that it's a waste of a good marshmallow. That's what I was saying. Except for those giant marshmallows, because those, I think if you were to put those in the microwave, those might like fill up the whole thing. Pop the door open, ding, you're done.
Get into the heating element. That's exactly what you want.
It's sucked up into the vent. Yeah, the all oozing under the turntable. Ooh. Yeah. But no, yeah. So most marshmallows are really high quality and should not be defiled as microwaving. However, I could, if I had a microwave that I really didn't like and that I needed to get back at for years of undercooking my food, I might hit it with a giant marshmallow. Uh, that might be the final straw. Ha! How do you like me now? Got back at you now.
When I was when I was in high school, 12th grade, physics, we built pumpkin launchers, and mine was a big trebuchet, which is like a crossbow, and or not trebuchet, a ballista. A
Whoa,
ballista.
it was
It's
like
like
a
a big
trebuchet.
crossbow.
That's sweet, but that's not a
People
crossbow.
made trebuchets. We made it with garage door springs,
Whoa.
which are like 300-pound test. And we had a coffee can, we had a ratchet strap, and we would pull the can back, and then you had to cut it with a hatchet, and we launched pumpkins with it. When we were done, I wondered if you could launch other things with it. Perhaps a brick. So my friend had an old TV.
My friend Steve. Yeah.
My friend had an old TV and an old microwave,
Oh no.
and we were launching bricks at him. And we smashed the glass on the microwave. We beat the microwave up pretty bad. We hit the TV, and it shattered the TV screen. And you could just feel this wave, this like sonic wave, just go poof right through your chest. It was awesome. We called it the Mr. T Cozy of Doom. I'm not sure why, but we did.
Well, Mr. T, pity's a fool, obviously.
That's it. So
Yeah, that's good.
it was magnificent.
Yeah, my brother and I have toyed around with making a trebuchet for pumpkins, which is an actual sport. Pumpkin chunkin'. Look it up on YouTube. They do this competition. I think it's in Delaware every year. But pumpkin chunkin' is a real thing. And they just have different categories. And there's people who make like rockets for pumpkin.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy. But we wanted to make a trebuchet. We just mentioned it last week, so it might happen this summer, just to launch random stuff,
Well, and that's the thing. So during the summer, hit up those yard sales and buy weight sets, especially like the big discs.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Because those will work really well for your counterweight.
That's a great idea. Yeah, no, I was like, okay, well, we just need kind of a wooden frame that we can build out to the right size, and you got to build like some sort of basket catch sort of thing that unravels as it goes up, but then also the counterweights. I think a trebuchet.
Well, and I would say your basket sort of catch thing. Like I used a coffee can on the Mr. T Cozy of Doom.
Just whoa.
So if you have like a bar, like if you have because that's the other thing you could do is you could basically make it kind of like a catapult and try to get it to hit a bar that would arrest it.
Force it to and bounce out. Yeah. The thing with the catapult would be like a catapult, I think, is much more functionally challenging because you have to, you got resistance and you're dealing with tension, and that's a little bit beyond our non-engineering brains, with all that, because first thing you do, you pull that back and then you get wood splinters in the eye, and that's not a good evening.
It's more of a phase. It's more of a phase too.
Right.
I remember hearing about somebody that made something called a steam cannon.
Oh.
And it was basically like they had a vessel with water in it, and they heated up the water to create steam. And then when it reached a certain point, it would trigger a valve, and it would go into sort of like a barrel, and it would launch like tennis balls or golf balls or stuff.
Okay.
And I wanted to build one.
Right.
So I got some necessary materials around, and I was working with my cousin. And my dad came over and he says, what you doing? I said, building a steam cannon. And he goes, yeah, you're not doing that.
Like, was he doubting, or he was putting the kibosh on it?
Oh, he was putting the kibosh on it. Like I had an old water heater tank that I was using.
Not doubting the skills or anything. Yeah.
Yeah, he goes, I'm gonna tell you right now, he says, you're basically building a boiler. He said, and if that's not structurally sound, it'll explode and it will kill you. He
Nice.
said, so you're not doing that.
So we're not doing that. Yeah.
I'm like, all right. It felt good to know that my dad was concerned about my well-being, so I appreciated that.
Right. Right. That's always nice to hear.
So
No.
children, don't build steam cannons. It can't end well.
Yes. I generally operate under the rule of thumb where if this goes wrong, am I going to be seriously hurt by it going wrong? And if that answer is potentially or better than 50%, I'm probably not going to do it. Or at least I'm
Well,
going to find
I
someone else to do it.
I had an idea of where I wanted to like test it, and it was an area where I would have been safe,
Okay.
but we couldn't quite. We had there were some technical issues that we weren't equipped to solve. So that would have been a problem. But I did see somebody once built a trebuchet, kind of like you're talking about, and they used those weights, and their trebuchet started vibrating when it would launch, and it shook itself apart, and the arm just kind of like collapsed onto somebody else's trebuchet and smashed that.
That's not good.
It was great. It was great. And that trebuchet was tall. It was like 12 feet tall that they had built.
That's impressive though. But yeah, no, I mean everything's got to be really nice and tight and figured out properly to make that work. Otherwise, I don't know. Otherwise we've gotten a couple offers for you. Nate's got a schematic for you, and Brad Bonnet has a garage door. He can make one for you.
I was talking to my cousin that helped me build it just like Sunday. And he was like, dude, we got to dig it out again. He's like, we have the knowledge now and we have the money.
Right. Yeah, you can make it good.
We have the resources.
Right.
I got to find it.
At this point, you're like, I mean, I'm a big believer in, you can teach yourself anything. I taught myself basically everything I know about trees. So just from YouTube videos and learning stuff. So reading stuff. So, I mean, you can learn stuff. You don't have to have an engineering degree to be able to make a golf ball launcher.
Yeah, like we did it. We genuinely built it over the span of an evening. It took us like 2.5 hours, and the most, and most of it was testing.
Okay, that's pretty good.
But I won an award for it at our Physics Day pumpkin launch.
Nice.
I wasn't, because it was the mechanism that held it back was like paracord or something like that, and so you had to cut through it. And at my house, I used a hatchet, but that was not an option at school.
Right.
So I had to ask the tech teacher for a hacksaw.
Okay. So you're just sitting there.
Oh yeah, and I was standing like as far apart as possible and like hacksawing it. And I won an award for most creative use of a hacksaw.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very nice. No, a hatchet would be really key there because you just get a block of wood under it and just done.
Yeah, and that's what we had done. But
yeah. No, that's really good. I was just thinking about this yesterday because my brother mentioned it last week, and it's like, okay, I kind of want to do this. That'd be fun. Yeah. Well, that's good.
Highly recommended.
Yeah, no, I'll have to keep an eye out. Yeah, Route 90 launchers. Christopher Chapman and I went Route 90 sailing last year in his red PT Cruiser, and he's still watching here, so he's probably going to talk about it. It's a beautiful car, but we were Route 90 sail through Locke and hitting up all these places. I bought a guitar, I bought this. It's a plastic model Mandalorian. Or not Mandalorian. What is this called? Not a Mandalorian. What is this thing called?
It's a DeLorean.
A DeLorean. DeLorean. That's right. It even comes complete with, in the very back there, I had to input the flux capacitor, because otherwise, how are you going to go anywhere? You got to get that flux capacitor. So that is what I've got for that. So with the long story short, the peeps, you said a 0 or a 1?
That's a 1. That's a 1.
Okay, 1 based on the novelty, the fun.
Yeah, because of Battle Peeps.
Okay.
It appears you've given Jared Russell an aneurysm. So.
Mandalorian. Yes, I appear to have. Yes. Yeah. So peeps. I mean, peeps are so good. I would have to draw the line, though. If you are talking about novelty peeps, so like, I mean, as is America in the 21st century, always looking for like new items to market to people. Okay, you go down the Oreo aisle. Good luck finding a bag of actual Oreos, or a what are they, sleeves? A sleeve. Actual Oreos, okay? Because you got firework Oreos, and you got pumpkin spice Oreos, and you got chocolate Oreos, and you got Oreos, and you got strawberry shortcake Oreos, and you can't find an actual
birthday cake.
Yeah, so it's like they do the same thing with Peeps, and I dislike it immensely, because why mess with it? It's so good as is. It's just straight marshmallow. Like, I get that people like watermelon and cotton candy. I do too. But not in my Peeps, because my Peeps are sacred. My Peeps are very special to me. My Peeps are, they're just perfect the way they are. Why would you mess with them? So, I mean, I said that they're perfect, which would imply that I'm going to give it a 10, but I just said that I can't do that. So I'm going to give it a 9.9, because Peeps are the undisputed king of, in my opinion, the undisputed king of Easter candy, the classic king. Fun fact. I was watching a video of how Peeps are made the other day, because I was just interested, and they were saying that right after Easter hits, they start making Halloween Peeps, and they like pumpkins and ghosts and witches, and like they are not witches, bats. They have a few different varieties of Halloween Peeps, but they say they keep for like 4 months on a shelf in a cold environment, which if you are going for food quality, maybe that's not the most comforting thing to hear, because most places will tell you that the shorter the time that it is shelf stable, probably the healthier it is for you.
Yeah.
However, these would never steer me wrong. Can't go wrong with these. So I've got a lot of them. I'm going to have to start eating through these. Or not. I could wait till they get stale and then eat them then, because they're good either way. So I got a box full, and then that's what I'm waiting for. So Fruit Loop Peeps. Oh, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Peep flavored Oreos. Now that is a special thing. What do you think of this, Mr. Vossler?
I can't remember the last time I had straight up raw cookie dough. But chances of you getting salmonella are pretty low.
You think so, really?
So, like,
I always get worried.
Yeah, go for it.
I get worried. Jenna, to answer your question.
When I was a kid.
Jenna, to answer your question, I have no idea. So I'm sorry. We're just kind of talking, shooting the breeze, as they say. Continue with your story, Mr. Vossler.
When I was a kid, my mother had some like ground beef or something out, and it hadn't been cooked yet. And I went over and I was like, I'm kind of curious, and I ate it. And I was like, this is gross. So I spit it out. And like that night, there was a news story about some girl who died of E. coli poisoning from eating uncooked meat. And I thought, this is it. I've got the E. coli. I'm going out.
You're done.
And I was like, should I say something to my parents, or should I just let it go?
Just leave them wondering when it happens.
Well, and then I told myself, I was like, but I spit it out, so I'm probably fine. if I tell them, they'll get mad. I'm just gonna let it ride. And it worked out.
Okay. No, that's good. So you didn't die, so that's positive.
Yeah.
See, I try very, very hard to not contaminate myself with anything such as salmonella. So I, I just don't like that. Every once in a while, like if I'm baking cookies, I mean, like just the smallest taste, just to make sure you got the batter right, just to make sure something is not completely wrong, like it went with my macaroni and cheese episode. Um, it is, I don't know, it could have been bad, but yeah, no, I try not to. I heard a story. My grandma told me this story when I was growing up of these farmer kids from down the road who were licking the spoons after making cookies, and they both ended up with salmonella. So it's like, ooh, can't do that. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm not going to do that anymore because I follow the rules when the rules are given to me. So that's kind of what I do. But yeah, no. That's bad. Nate has an interesting idea here. Mountain Dew Pop Tarts. I feel like that would kind of be popular among a niche sort of audience, but maybe not the masses. Not sure. Maybe.
I would not. I would not.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. Yeah, no Mountain Dew Pop Tarts for me. Um, Brad told me to check my Instagram, so I'm looking here. Brad, you sent me a. No, you didn't send me anything. I don't know what you're talking about, Brad. Mountain Dew Pop Tarts are a thing. Okay, great. Yeah, I'm not buying them. Literally. I'm not buying it. So yeah, this is interesting. I know yeah. So Dr. Pepper Pop Tarts. Yeah, I don't even think I would do that. Why would you mess with that? I don't think I would. Yeah, I don't think I would. Well, I appreciate your feedback on these ratings. Your top scores here were Sweet Tart Chewies, 10. You got 2 9s in there, the Starburst jelly beans and the Cadbury eggs, pure chocolate Cadbury eggs.
Yeah, you had a very sort of fruity palette of options, and there weren't very many chocolate options.
Right. I would almost always steer clear of the chocolate because I mean, I got to be in a very special mood to eat chocolate. So like I've had this cookies and cream chocolate bunny for like 2 weeks at this point, and I'm not eating it yet because I'm like, okay, you could put out in front of me an entire bowl of M&Ms or Hershey's chocolate bars or any chocolate bar really to begin with, and I would probably leave it untouched. Chocolate is, I don't know, chocolate's just not my chosen snack.
I mean, more for the rest of us, I guess.
That's perfectly fine. More Fun Dip sticks for the rest of me. So yeah. I've actually tried to enter into a handful of agreements with people saying we will go in together on Fun Dip and I will send you the powder and I will take the sticks. Okay. And we will split them. If you like the powder more, I'll send you the powder and then I'll keep the sticks and then we'll split the cost. Like, let's say, I think Fun Dip powder could actually be really good for this use. Let's say you get a bowl of vanilla ice cream. Okay. Vanilla ice cream. Fun Dip powder on top of it, mix her all in there. I think that could be really good. I think it could be. It's got potential.
Well, you know what could be interesting. The comment was made about Peeps flavored Oreos.
Yeah.
You could take that powder from your Fun Sticks and put it on the frosting.
Oh.
Like shortening. I don't know if the chocolate would kind of overpower it, but it might add a little something.
Right.
Add a little something there.
Right. No. That's good. Yeah. Yeah, you could like get it, just like paint it with a little bit of water or something, so then the Fun Dip will stick to it.
Exactly.
It won't stick. But yeah, you gotta. Yeah. Nate, you like the powder? That's not. I don't think you're talking about what I'm talking about. I'm questioning that. So yeah, no, I definitely think the Fun Dip is Fun Dip's where it's at. It's a good candy. My top rated here, Peeps, Sweet Tarts. Both of those were in the 9s. And then my next highest was Hubba Bubba Bubble Tape. Hubba Bubba Bubble Tape. Got to get that in there one more time. Hubba Bubba Bubble Tape. There are so many syllables in there, but you can't just say, "Hey, hand me some of that bubble tape." You got to say, "Hey, hand me some of that Hubba Bubba Bubble Tape." Yeah, that's good.
That sounds like a commercial.
It does. It does. I feel like I've gone on a few commercials tonight. So Mr. Vossler, full disclosure, people usually say on these lives that they think that I am on some substances, but I'm not. This is me at 9 p.m. or 10:25 p.m. I just go on rants. This is just what I do. So yes, and I've said it multiple times, but people still think, wow, he's, yeah. No, just me. This is me. Life is my natural high. So, Dare program. Yeah. Sticker. Yeah. So I, yeah, we got to keep it all, this is totally school friendly. Yeah, this is Mr. Miller whenever. Yes, if you get to know me enough, yes, thank you, Charisma. Yes, yes, this is Miller whenever, just gotta get to the right topic. I think that I am a person filled with opinions, and those opinions come out pretty easily if I want them to. So there you go. Yes, my bedtime is 10 p.m., but I'm indulging this stimulating conversation that we're having. You don't just run away from these conversations in your lifetime, Ed. You embrace them. So, yeah, Lindsay, I could write a stream of consciousness. I think this has been my most successful live stream ever. And I'm not just saying that because you're sitting right here, Mr. Vossler. I think that this has been really, really fun and just a joy to have. This has made my day.
I've had a good time. I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, this has been fun. So would you be interested in coming back for another episode maybe later on?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I mean, obviously different content. We're not gonna have Easter candy every time, but
right, fair enough.
Develop some stimulating content. But yeah, no, I think Jared Russell wants you to.
I got you, Jared.
Thank you. Hook a brother up, yeah. So yes, I feel like this has been good conversation, and just I feel like this has been high quality stuff, at least from my perspective. This has been high quality, much higher quality than we've been going with. But yeah, this is good. So I think I'm going to be done. I think it will. I mean, I'm going to try this again probably in 2 weeks. It's going to be the 13th is 2 weeks from now. So we'll see what we can do. Hopefully we get Mr. Vossler back for that one. This was fun. So I appreciate it. Thank you. You have blessed my live stream with your presence and with just good conversation.
My pleasure, Abs. I had a great time.
Yes, no,
it was nice. Genuinely, it was nice to hear from some of you children, to see that. I shouldn't say children. Some of you are adults now. But to see you in the chat was very nice.
Nice. Checking in on Mr. Vossler, seeing how he's doing. Or he's checking in on you, seeing how
you're doing.
How's that? Yeah, that's good. I need to get out of there. Okay, so I'm going to call it quits there. So we will sign off there. Again, thank you, Mr. Vossler.
Absolutely.
We'll, step out here, and I'll probably text you right after this. But for all the children out there, all the youths, all the young adults.
Good night, youths.
Take care. Yes, good night, youths. Sorry you can't read a bedtime story this time. Maybe next time. Yeah. Okay. Take care. I'm done. Miller out. Mic drop.